Hi there, Jeffrey Rhoades from Experimental Homesteader, Exotic Gardening, and Sheri Ann Richerson.com. Another wonderful day at work. My brain is feeling like it is melting. It's on overload mode. I spent the day once again learning how to do the lead job, and it's a lot. It's a lot to know. It's a lot to try and remember. Luckily there is a pad of notes, which is helpful. It's just a matter of figuring out what I'm actually working on and where that is in the notes. We went to the fair last night. Looked around. We went early, basically so that we could eat some fair food, but we weren't really, we weren't there for rides or anything like that. So we were early enough that, not that big of a crowd. Didn't have to worry about, a lot of kids, and racing all over to ride rides. But we had, some fair food. We looked around, walked through the commercial building, which was about half empty. I can remember years when I was growing up where, it was just crammed full. You walk through there and, one of the first booths you walked to, was giving away bags. And you'd walk through just picking up, freebie items from almost every booth. And, you'd wind up with this bag full of stuff by the time you got home. Half of it stuff you didn't really want or need, but you picked it up anyways. But this year it was maybe half full. Very few places giving anything away. A few places doing raffles. Sign up and you could win something, and of course that gives them your contact information so they can then pester you and try and sell you when you don't win. So we didn't sign up for anything. We walked through and looked at the exhibits from the 4-H'ers. I can remember years where, the one metal building, the center area of it was nothing but glass cases full of models. There were poster board things along the walls, but the whole area was just, crammed full of stuff. There were probably a good 150 models every year. I found the models in the main building in one small glass cabinet. And I looked at them fairly close. They were all blue ribbon or better awards, which, I looked at a couple of those. Yeah, given the age, given, some of the ability, they were fairly good, but not that good. Several of them had their little issues that, they could have been dinged on and been given a, red or a white ribbon, instead of everybody getting a blue ribbon. Just my little soapbox rant. Because I can remember getting some, red ribbons on projects. You know, I didn't do too badly, but you know, they weren't that great a quality. You know, some of my models, I did the best I could, or I felt like I did. You know, I came up with some decent looking models, but they weren't, you know, compared to some of the others, they weren't that, you know. But of course, we were, you know, like I said, there was 150 models, you know, each year. So the competition was you know, tougher. But, oh well. I think that's going to be enough of my rant. Overall, we did kind of have some fun. You know, it was kind of enjoyable. But, you know, okay, I think that's going to do it for today. So, thumbs up, thumbs down, comments below, subscribe, and we will see you again tomorrow, and have a great evening.